Okay, hello everyone, this is Mr. Broekn here again. In this video I want to talk about players' potential for instant overhead, which is a little bit of a slightly more technical way of mixing the opponent rather than just constantly going for dandy step, overhead and low, because although that works well, this is kind of an interesting thing and can lead to a lot more reward depending on the situation. As you can see there, he has this aerial gatling, just slash heavy slash dust, that links together really well and can connect against standing and opponents. Which means he can get a lot of reward if he manages to land this and the opponent doesn't block it. Now, it is an instant overhead, but the opponent does have to be standing. So why would the opponent be standing if they're not blocking overhead? Well, there are situations in this game where the opponent is forced to block, or forced to stay in a situation and then guess afterwards. I don't know if that's explained well, but say for example, if I have my opponent blocking this overhead, then they have stood up and blocked, and in this guard crush state, they're stuck there standing, and they have to guess whether my next attack is high or low. So now, when they're stuck in that animation, I have the opportunity of going for this mix. If they were trying to crouch that, their character is still standing, and they're gonna get hit by it. Hopefully this works with the AI. So see if I crouch that, I get hit by it, he goes for the thing. But if I stand block it, now I'm crouching again, as you can see, he's still gonna hit me with the instant overhead. And if the timing was slightly better, he would get a full combo from that. So that's really cool. So now anytime you can force the opponent to be, anytime you can force the opponent to be standing, we can force this instant overhead mix. So what are situations we can get this from? Well, we have a lot of guard crushes, surprisingly. So we have Pyro Bunker, so if you ever get this on block and you see the opponent will stood block it, then you can use that as an opportunity to go, whoops, let me just PRC, you're stuck in that block animation, and now I can go for my instant overhead into whatever. Same goes for Dandy Step H. You don't even need to spend meter for this one because it's so plus, and if you see the opponent is stand blocking it, then boom, they have to guess this mix. What's cool about this is you don't even really need to commit. You can just do like this really plus on block stuff, or PRC, and you can see if the opponent is standing or crouch blocking, and then go for it or not. If my opponent was doing a crouch block on this, because you know it is just a mid, so they don't have to, I'm not going to go for this because it's not going to work. But I may as well go for some other mix with the dust or anything else. He's a lot of mix options. But it is likely that the opponent may be standing if you are already using a lot of overheads, particularly dandy step overheads, in your game plan. If you're spamming these enough, the opponent is going to start standing up, and when you see them standing up, and you react to them standing, boom, now we go for this stuff. So now that we know when we can go for this situation, what do we get from it? Of course, you get these 3 aerial attacks, which is, you know, a lot of overheads in a row, and it works slightly better in the corner, because you don't have to time it as well. So you get all these overheads, and then you have the opportunity of going for whatever you want afterwards. If you want some more aerial attacks, you can do an air dash into some 2 jumping Ps, or you could do 1 and then go into a low. It's like, in the nature of having a bunch of overheads, you're gonna switch in a low at some point. Like that. You can even go for silly and go for another jump into your multi-hitting kicks and then fall down. Because anytime you're going for these triple kicks, by the way, you can cancel into your jump H, which kind of is too slow to hit at that height, and then you fall to the ground and you can get it throw or command grab, which is mixed. So in any of these situations, you can air dash and go for that sort of thing. And even if you don't end up mixing them up when they block all of your overheads, you're still in a pretty good situation if they're blocking all of this, because you're building a lot of risk. And if you get hit by a little unoptimal combo, that's going to do a ton of damage at that point. So yeah, just a little strategy to keep in mind. If you have the opponent blocking something and you see that they're stand blocking it, and they're in a guard crush, you can PRC, or if it's something like this, you don't even need to PRC, and you can get this really cool aerial block string that leads to a lot of mix and a lot of risk building. So hopefully that helps. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!